board game, I made it like 2 players pull each other's hair like this.
What,
Getting started is the hardest part.
Getting
Like
started.
collecting reference,
what
I'm
do you
okay.
mean by getting started? It means like you get up from the bed. So well, hello everyone. Welcome to CMD Talk. And today we have a special guest. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Lutrami, and my nickname, the name I go by, is Jen. I'm from Vietnam, and I moved here to Thailand in 2017 for high school.
Before you come to Stanford, before you come to Thailand, what was you do in the park before come here?
I was studying in high school in Vietnam, and it was just a normal high school. Like I didn't do any art academy or anything. It was a hobby for me at the time. But then I wanted to study abroad, and at first I wanted to go to the U.S. or somewhere like much farther away to get a more international environment. But my parents are very worried about me, and they decided to, if you want to be in a more international environment, you can maybe go to a country nearby, like Thailand or Singapore. And I preferred Thailand because my mom often came here for work, and I visited her a lot during that time, and I really enjoy like the culture here.
If we're talking about the graphic work, right, because you're a CMD student, you're studying a graphic, could you tell us about what is the different and similar thing between countries such as Vietnam and Thai, if you can give me some example?
I feel like in Thailand they include a lot of their culture in the work, like the fables and the tales and all of that. Like it's very prominent, but in Vietnam it's not as prominent. We follow the trend a bit more. Like it's always changing, and we follow the modern modern
The
culture. Yeah, like we're keep on moving forward, but like with Thailand it's very prominent, and like you can recognize the design a bit more. Also, I think that the fonts are very different in Thailand and Vietnam, because like the way Thai people write is like very the shapes and design of Thai letters are just very different compared to Vietnamese, where it's mostly similar to the alphabet. So yeah, I really like to see how they play with like the typography as well, like the layout and stuff when they design in Thai compared to Vietnam. I like combining different resources together. Like I get a lot of inspirations from my shows, like the shows that I watch and I enjoy. I like looking at it for reference and then combining it with the concept that I'm supposed to do. Like
Can I call it like a fan art?
yeah, I do a lot of fan art. That's like mostly what I'm known for as well on social media. I also buy a lot of the called the making of books. I don't know if you know about it.
Tutorial books?
Like from Disney animations, after every movie they will release a book.
Like a concept art?
Yeah, like
Concept
a
art book?
collection of everything that they made, like behind the scenes
The
of the
development.
yeah. And I used to have like a huge collection back in Vietnam, and I was very sad I could only bring like 2 or 3 books here.
So I can
Thailand
call
with
you
me.
like a collector.
Yeah, I am a hoarder.
Could you tell us about your specialized? If you have any work to show us, I'm very happy to see it.
Okay. So this is the board game that I made for one of the classes. This was based on the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once, and for the board game we were supposed to come up with like the story behind it, but I personally wanted to continuing doing something that I like, so I chose my favorite film at the time, which is that movie. Yeah, and it won a lot of awards, and I wanted to continue the hype. So I drew all of the characters and the cards and the little game pieces and everything.
So what is this concept of what is board game then?
The concept of this movie is about a woman who is able to travel through different multiverses through doing strange actions or like to trigger the jumping through time through the space. So for that board game, you're supposed to pick a card, and like if it matches a certain action, you have to do it to move to the space in the middle.
So that mean every woman in the artwork is the same person.
Yeah, they're all the same woman, but from different multiverses.
Oh.
And there are also special cards over here that includes the action that the player will have to do to move on to the next space. Yeah. And then once you reach the middle and you touch the green thing, one of the character will pop out. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. A lot of the actions are based from like the scenes from the movie, so you kind of, if you watch the movie, it'll just be like a lot more exciting and fun, and also kind of violent at some point. One of the scenes in the movie is a raccoon that is able to control a person by pulling their hair, like the movie Ratatouille. I don't know if you've seen it. It's like sort of like a parody scene. So
I do know Ratatouille, but I think it's not the same as you.
Yeah. Yeah, in the movie, it's a raccoon pulling a chef's hair instead. So for the board game, I made it like 2 players pull each other's hair like this.
What?
Yeah, and the person who screamed first will move back a space or something like that. Yeah, that's what I remember. Yeah, it's a very violent game.
I think I do love to play this game.
Yeah, recommended for friends and family only, not like strangers.
I don't know, maybe maybe it can be the game that you bring to someone you hate.
Yeah.
In your opinion, what is the hardest, the most difficult part of doing a design work? Not just drawing, okay? Board layouting, typography.
Personally, I think getting started is the hardest part. Collecting reference,
What do you mean by getting started? You mean like you get up from the bed and
like just putting the first thing, like elements onto the screen, and like because from that point you might change a lot of things. Like from that process, like from the start to the end, there will be like just so many different changes. You can't just always stick to your original idea. Yeah. There's a lot of redrawing and changes that I made as I'm drawing. Like I just keep changing the entire thing. So for one of the project for publication course, we had to make a stack of a set of cards like for 30 days, 30 set.
I do remember that I'm also in the same class as you.
Oh, really?
You not recognize me, huh?
I'm sorry, I don't pay attention to my surroundings. I'm very bad. I didn't know you were in page layout with me either. I'm so sorry.
That project I remember is what a healing card, but the
Yeah.
concept is up to you. So can you tell me about these stuff concepts?
Yeah, so my concept was healing people through nostalgic songs from the 2010s, like reminiscing the old memories by listening to old songs that even though you haven't listened to in years, you can still remember the lyrics to it. Yeah, so some of the songs that I chose were Single Ladies. I'm sorry, there's like a weird mark on it, but yeah, Single Ladies. And then I also match it up with like a prompt that like you should, if you want to listen to a song that you to exercise to, then maybe you can listen to Single Ladies, and you can also scan the code on here to let it play on Spotify.
So did this mean all of these artwork connecting to the real song?
Yeah, all of the songs that I chose and illustrated for is like the songs from the 2000 and like late 2000 and like early 2010s. Like the very nostalgic song that if you play it, I think everybody will know. See, if you see this, you can recognize this
God,
Justin
very
Bieber
cute.
baby. Lady Gaga for Poker Face, I think, and Telephone, Kesha, and Adele, Bruno Mars, Miley Cyrus, Carly Rae
Oh, so they
Jepsen,
are very famous, I guess.
Selena Gomez, Katy Perry,
Oh,
um, was it Nicki Minaj, Avril Lavigne, and more Katy Perry.
so you
I
have
thought like some of the songs by I could repeat some of the artists because a lot of their songs were popular at the time as well. Yeah, so I repeated Katy Perry and Taylor Swift a lot in here.
next thing, like I would like to know when you're showing all of the work that you show, the artwork, the fan art, poster stuff, board game, which is very good. What do you think is the thing that people don't know about graphic design?
I think most of it is like gathering the reference, like finding inspiration is the hardest part.
Do you have like any trick on that to like use the reference to design and stuff, or any other tricks for the graphic design you want to give?
Mm, I go a lot on different websites like Creative Market and stuff where they have freebies every week, and I try to download everything. I might like just never use it, but like I just like looking through like the trending graphic design trends, and like I download it so I know what is like currently, yeah, what is currently trending and looks good. But I also like don't really follow the trend all that much. I just tend to do what looks good to me instead. Yeah. And then if I have an idea in my head, like I want something retro, then I go through all of my folder references, and then I search for that. And then I usually just put it in a different folder. So like I collect all of these photos, and I try to pick the ones that I like the most and combine them together.
I have talked to you about the work you do, the stuff you was developing, and I would like to know that is there any time you feel like, oh, I'm so tired thing, feel like I'm burning out? Is that time come to you?
It was after the card project because I
Just right after
yeah,
that one.
right after that project because I drew like 30 different drawings, and also the I had to do the layout for the cards as well. So it wasn't just the drawing, and it like I used to not be able to finish like 30 drawing in a year. You know, like that's when you look at my social media and stuff. I never update like 30 different artwork in a year, let alone an entire month. So yeah, that was after that I was kind of burnt out. But like while watching other shows for like as a hobby, I gained back my inspiration.
So just going back to do your hobbies and you
Yeah.
get yourself back. That is the easy way I heard.
Yeah.
It might be easy way.
It doesn't always work, but yeah, it did.
Someone took a very long time to like coming back, but I'm very happy to hear that you just go to watch your show, listen to your music, doing your hobby, and you can coming back.
Yeah.
That's very good. We get through a lot of stuff, your work, your trick, and also yourself. Lastly, Jen, I would like to know, is there anything you want to say before we are leaving today?
I hope every designer will be able to find like inspiration from everything around you, like not just within like the graphic designing part, like movies and shows and everything that you consume, every media that you consume. Yeah, that's it.
for CMD Talk today. We hope you have a good day and you can following us from our Facebook, Instagram page. And if you're interested in CMD major, you can contact through the Stanford International University. So thank you guys. Goodbye.